what sounds you got up in there, dog? Don't nobody talk to New York no more? All you listen to, you fucking faggot! Punk ass. Come on!
Your ass.
Yeah,
little
get the
man.
fuck. Cool. I got this.
Bitches, you crazy?
At the beginning of the story, our main character, Erica, is introduced as a very cheerful RJ. Her boss praises her talent but asks if she plans to remain an RJ forever, suggesting she try television shows for better opportunities. Erica politely declines, explaining that she genuinely enjoys her current job. She is incredibly happy with her life, and a major reason for this is her upcoming marriage. She calls her boyfriend, a doctor named David, who tells her he will finish work soon and asks where she is. Erica happily replies that she is out looking at invitation cards for their wedding. It is clear that both of them are deeply in love and very excited about their future together. In the next scene, the couple meets in a park with David's dog, Curtis. As David and Erica stroll and discuss their wedding plans, they play fetch with Curtis near a tunnel. They throw the ball several times, and the dog excitedly brings it back, but suddenly, Curtis disappears into the tunnel and doesn't return. David goes in calling for him and discovers that a group of drunken thugs has captured the dog. One man is holding Curtis while another records a video on his phone. David calmly tells them to let his dog go, but the men taunt him, asking what the hurry is and demanding that he hand over all his valuables in exchange for the dog's safety. To show they are serious, one of the men starts hurting Curtis, making the dog scream in pain. When David steps forward to reason with them, the drunken thugs surround him. They begin harassing Erica, forcefully trying to snatch her expensive watch and engagement ring. Unable to bear seeing Erica threatened, David fights back and knocks one of them down. This escalates the situation instantly. The thugs pull out an iron rod and beat David and Erica brutally, leaving them battered, bloody, and barely breathing on the ground. After the vicious attack, the goons steal their money, their valuables, and Curtis. David and Erica are rushed to the hospital with almost no chance of survival. While they are being treated, two police detectives, Shawn and Nick, arrive at the hospital to investigate an unrelated suicide case. The deceased woman left behind a grieving daughter, and a social worker is trying to find out if the girl's stepfather had been harassing the mother. The stepfather suddenly arrives, creating a huge scene and demanding to take the girl home. Shawn intervenes, telling the man to stop the drama and hire a lawyer if he wants custody, clearly harboring suspicions about the man's involvement in his wife's death. While walking through the hospital, Shawn notices Erica in the intensive care unit. He is a big fan of her radio show and is fully aware of the horrific incident that happened in the park. Seeing her in a coma, he leaves quietly. 3 weeks later, Erica finally regains consciousness and slowly begins to recover physically. However, her mother has to deliver the devastating news that David died from his injuries before he even reached the hospital. The pain is unbearable for Erica, as all her dreams of a happy life with David are instantly ruined. She begs to at least see his body, but her mother tearfully explains that the funeral is already over since Erica was in a coma for 3 weeks. Poor Erica breaks down completely. Though her physical wounds heal, the psychological trauma is crippling. When the police show her photos of potential suspects, she is overwhelmed by the horrifying memory of the attack. She cannot shake the shock and is unable to live in peace, constantly haunted by David's memory. She views the outside world as hell and refuses to step out of her house. One day, Erica finally gathers the courage to go outside, but the everyday sounds of the city trigger intense panic attacks. She sees threats in everyone passing by and realizes the incident has deeply traumatized her mind. She decides that to find peace, she must either bring those goons to justice or kill them herself to avenge David. She goes to the police station to ask about her case, but the desk officer brushes her off, telling her to wait for the senior detective. After sitting there for a long time watching other victims being ignored, Erica realizes the police won't help her. She leaves the station, deciding she has to take matters into her own hands. Knowing she cannot survive living in constant fear, she visits a gun shop to buy a weapon for protection. She learns that purchasing a firearm legally requires extensive paperwork and a 30-day waiting period. Desperate, Erica says she cannot wait that long and is willing to pay extra for an illegal gun right away. The clerk refuses, but a man overhears her conversation and follows her outside. He offers to sell her a black market gun for $1,000, and Erica helplessly agrees. Since she has no idea how to use a firearm, the man takes her to a deserted area, gives her a box of bullets, teaches her the basics of shooting, and leaves her to practice. That same evening, Erica stops at a supermarket to buy a few items. The store owner's husband, a recently released convict, enters the shop demanding money. When his wife refuses, he shoots her in cold blood in a fit of rage and begins emptying the cash register. Hiding in terror in the aisles, Erica is paralyzed by fear until her cell phone suddenly rings. Because the supermarket is completely empty, the killer hears the phone clearly and stalks toward the sound with his gun drawn. Realizing her life is in imminent danger, Erica pulls out her new weapon and shoots him before he can fire. Stunned that she just killed a man, her first instinct is to run, but she quickly acts smart. She removes the tape from the CCTV system so there is no evidence left behind. Upon returning home, she takes a long bath to calm her nerves. She briefly considers watching the security tape, but decides she cannot stomach seeing the disgusting incident again, and throws it away. Detective Shawn arrives at the supermarket to investigate the double homicide. He quickly deduces that the convict shot his wife, but he is puzzled as to who shot the husband, especially since all the cash was left untouched. Noting the messy bullet trajectory, he guesses the shooter was inexperienced. Meanwhile, Shawn returns home to look at photos of his ex-wife, dealing with the heavy stress of his divorce. Across town, Erica tries to return to her normal life at the radio station, but she struggles to concentrate during her broadcast as the trauma keeps resurfacing. While driving, Shawn listens to her radio program as Erica begins sharing her raw emotions with her listeners. She talks about how everyone considers New York City a safe place, yet terrible crimes happen every day, and she questions how victims ever manage to cope with the aftermath. Her colleagues realize the attack has left a deep, permanent impact on her mind. Later, Erica visits David's grave, lying on the grass and thinking that she must either die or eliminate the monsters who took his life. On her train ride home, she uses her portable recorder to capture ambient city sound. Two thugs board the train and start harassing the passengers, snatching an iPod from a young boy and threatening an old man who tries to intervene.
Ask your motherfucking question! I said what? Are you listening to, you fucking faggot?
Radio it.
Terrified, all the other passengers flee the train at the next stop, leaving Erica completely alone in the car with the thugs. Assuming she is an easy target, they approach her. However, all the fear is gone from Erica's eyes. Without a moment of hesitation, she draws her gun, shoots them both dead, and calmly walks off the train at the next station as if nothing happened. In a voiceover, she declares that she no longer feels fear and that people like them deserve this kind of end. She stops at a local bar to wash her face and compose herself before heading home. Detectives Shawn and Nick investigate the train murders and match the ballistics to the supermarket shooting. They realize a vigilante killer is operating in the city, but they cannot understand the motive since no money or valuables are ever stolen from the crime scenes. The next day, Erica walks past a media scrum where reporters are questioning Shawn about the back-to-back murders committed with the same gun. After addressing the press, Shawn spots Erica and approaches her, asking how she is doing since he last saw her in a coma at the hospital. Startled because she knows he is a detective, Erica quickly acts professional and asks if she can interview him for her radio show regarding the recent murders. Shawn politely excuses himself, claiming he has important work, but surprises her the following day outside her office. He agrees to the interview, confessing that he and his ex-wife were huge fans of her program. He assures her that capable detectives are working on her case and will catch David's killers soon. He explains that he chose to give her the exclusive interview because he trusts her not to sensationalize the news like other reporters. During the recorded interview, Shawn reveals that the man killed in the supermarket was a violent fugitive, and the two men shot on the train were hardened criminals with long records. He notes that if the police had caught them, they would have faced severe punishment, but it seems someone else took the responsibility of delivering justice. Hearing this brings Erica a sense of relief, knowing she eliminated dangerous criminals rather than innocent people. Shawn then opens up about the corrupt, wealthy businessman whose wife committed suicide. He suspects the man murdered her to silence her and is now holding his stepdaughter hostage to ensure she doesn't reveal the truth. Because the man is rich and influential, the police lack the evidence to arrest him. Realizing he shared too much, Shawn asks Erica to delete that portion of the interview. To his surprise, she erases the audio right in front of him. Impressed by her integrity, Shawn opens up further, sharing the personal pain of his recent divorce and the heavy burden of his police work. That night, Erica fearlessly walks the city streets, actively looking for crime and hoping to find a lead on David's killers. A man pulls up in a car, mistakes her for a sex worker, and offers her $50. Erica notices a heavily intoxicated girl slumped in the back seat and gets in to investigate. She discovers the man is a ruthless broker who kidnapped the girl from Las Vegas, keeps her drugged, and forces her into sex work while stealing all her earnings. Disgusted, Erica pulls her gun, points it at the broker's head, and forces him to hand all his money over to the girl. Erica helps the girl out of the car, but the furious broker suddenly accelerates, trying to run them down. Erica shoves the girl to safety and fires her gun directly through the car's windshield. The broker loses control. The car flips over violently, and he is killed instantly. Relieved that the innocent girl is safe, Erica calls an ambulance from the shadows and quietly heads home. When her neighbor asks why she is out so late, Erica simply replies that she had a lot of work to do. The next day, during another press conference, reporters ask Shawn if the vigilante should be considered a hero for taking out criminals. Shawn firmly states that no one is above the law, requesting the media not to glamorize the killer, and promises to bring the shooter to justice. Erica, attending as a journalist, records his statement. Afterward, Shawn thanks her again for keeping his off-the-record comments private. He notes that the vigilante seems to be sending a message to society by targeting untouchable criminals, referencing the corrupt broker who had managed to evade the law due to a lack of evidence. Later, during her live radio broadcast, Erica asks her listeners for their opinions on the vigilante. The callers overwhelmingly support the unknown shooter, praising them for single-handedly decreasing the city's crime rate. While the public support brings her some comfort, Erica still grapples with the heavy guilt of being a murderer. She even walks to the police station intending to surrender, but ultimately changes her mind and walks away, feeling deeply conflicted. Erica then sets her sights on her next target, the wealthy stepfather who killed his wife and took custody of his stepdaughter. She heads to his high-rise apartment building while talking to Shawn on the phone. Shawn, resting at home and struggling with insomnia, shares his personal sorrows with her. As Erica tracks the businessman to the elevator, she gets distracted and tells Shawn they should talk tomorrow. Just before she hangs up, Shawn hears the distinct electronic beep of an elevator through the phone. He finds it strange that she would be in an elevator if she was supposedly at home, but he dismisses the thought. Erica steps into the elevator with the businessman and confronts him about his wife's murder. When he dismisses her, she draws her weapon. In the next scene, the businessman's dead body is found at the bottom of the elevator shaft. When Shawn and his team arrive to investigate, Shawn hears the exact same elevator beep from the lobby. He instantly connects the sound to his phone call with Erica and realizes she is the vigilante. Meanwhile, Erica returns home slightly injured. Her neighbor, who is a nurse, treats her wounds without asking any questions. The neighbor reveals that she figured out Erica's secret by connecting her late-night outings to the news of the dead criminals. Understanding the immense mental agony Erica has suffered since David's death, the neighbor assures her she will keep the secret and tells Erica not to feel guilty for doing the right thing. The next day, Nick informs Shawn that the iPod recovered from the train belongs to the son of a prominent lawyer. Shawn ignores the father's status and interviews the boy, who confirms he saw a beautiful woman sitting nearby before the shooting started. With the boy's help, the police generate a composite sketch that looks exactly like Erica. Now absolutely certain of her identity, Shawn decides to test her. He takes Erica to the hospital under the pretense of wanting her perspective for a radio show, but he intentionally leads her to the room of the sex worker she recently saved. Shawn watches Erica closely, waiting for the girl to recognize her. However, the young woman is smart. She realizes recognizing Erica would put her savior in danger, so she acts as if they are total strangers. Erica casually offers the girl some encouraging words before leaving with Shawn. Erica instantly realizes Shawn is highly suspicious of her and is quietly building a case. Later, Shawn visits Erica's apartment to deliver incredible news. The police have recovered her stolen engagement ring. He explains that they tracked the ring to a pawn shop rented by one of the thugs, leading to the arrest of 5 suspects. Shawn asks Erica to come to the station to identify the men who attacked her and David. When Erica arrives for the police lineup, her entire body turns cold, and she begins to tremble as she stares through the two-way glass. The suspects are brought out one by one, and finally, the man who murdered David steps into the room. The thug stands there casually, completely unaware of her presence. Erica goes completely silent. When Shawn presses her for an answer, Erica explicitly lies and says the killer is not in the lineup. She makes this calculated decision because she knows the legal system might only give him a few years in prison, and she wants to deliver her own absolute, permanent justice. Shawn, fully aware that she is lying to protect her own vendetta, quietly has a colleague trace the location of the pawn shop and the suspect's details. Meanwhile, Erica conducts her own hunt. She tracks down the main goon's girlfriend at her apartment. Showing her the engagement ring, Erica demands to know where her boyfriend is. Terrified, the girl admits her boyfriend proudly showed her a video of the brutal attack on David. Fearing he will do the same to her if she talks, she quickly hands over the gang's address and the traumatic video footage before slamming the door. Watching the horrifying video breaks Erica's heart all over again, sending chills to her very soul. Sitting on the sidewalk crying, she decides this will be her final act of vengeance. She sends a text message to Shawn containing a single word, "Goodbye," attaching the horrific video. She wants Shawn to know she has found the killers and will finally get her peace, eliminating her need for the police. Driven by pure rage, Erica heads to the address to kill the men who ruined her life. Shawn receives the video and the message, immediately realizing Erica is on her way to execute the suspects from the lineup. He rushes to the address to intercept her. Erica arrives at the apartment first, finding all 3 goons hanging out inside, with her stolen dog, Curtis, tied up nearby. She waits patiently in the shadows. When 2 of the men briefly leave the room, the main killer is left alone with his back turned. Curtis recognizes Erica and happily whines at her. The killer turns around, but he doesn't even recognize Erica, having attacked so many victims that her face means nothing to him. Before he can react, Erica confronts him, ultimately exacting her revenge for David's murder.
I want my dog back.
Just as the violence ends, Shawn bursts into the apartment. Instead of arresting her, Shawn looks at the scene and makes a shocking choice. Understanding the profound depth of her trauma and the utter failure of the justice system, he decides to protect her. He instructs Erica to shoot him in the shoulder, staging the crime scene to look as though the thugs attacked a police officer and Shawn was forced to kill them all in self-defense. Erica thanks Shawn, gives him a kiss, and walks away with Curtis. In the final scene, Erica is seen walking freely through the exact same tunnel where her nightmare began, this time with her dog safely by her side.